Benjamin enforces harsher rules across the school. With his past being revealed, Philippe asks Cayetana for help, wanting to leave, not being allowed to as it would hurt the school's reputation. But he does gain a new supporter in Isadora. Patrick meets new kid Iván, taking quite a liking to him. Cayetana convinces Philippe to have some counselling, giving up alcohol as a first step. Samuel struggles with his relationship with Ari, whilst also trying to please her dad. At work, Omar helps out Bilal, needing food and some work, but quickly fires him when he's caught stealing. Realizing they will never get back together, Philippe leaves the sessions with Cayetana, going out partying. Patrick's confused by the new kid, who claims to be straight despite seeming otherwise. Bilal returns, telling Omar someone is threatening him. He crashes at Omar's to Samuel's disapproval. The next morning, Benjamin announces there will be a vote between the class to decide on who will be expelled, taking responsibility for the party the previous night. Iván and Patrick decide on being friends as Iván kisses Ari. Hooking up with Isadora, Philippe has flashbacks to the night with Cayetana, freaking out. The next morning, Samuel finds his laptop missing, with Omar defending Bilal. They go to school and cast their votes. Being the deciding vote and convinced Benjamin won't expel Samuel, Omar votes for his friend. He was right, Samuel was expelled for just 3 days, telling Omar to leave the house. At a fundraiser, Mencia finds Rebe and new girlfriend Jess. Benjamin pressures Samuel into quitting his job and taking his education seriously, with Omar finding the floating body of Armando. With Samuel distracted trying to please her father all the time, Ari gives some attention to Iván. Bilal gets Samuel and he warns Rebe about the body as they tell Omar what really happened. He convinces them to report the body to the police instead of putting it back. Meanwhile, Mencia finds a hidden SD card in her phone from Armando. Using it, she discovers the most recent calls are to her father. The police find Armando's phone, wanting Benjamin's to check also. He gives them one, secretly passing Mencia the other, but he's seen on camera. Cayetana bumps into an old friend, Felipe, catching up, being joined by Philippe and Isadora. Patrick and Iván finally hook up as Iván admits he likes him. He's just a bit confused. Cayetana helps Isadora home after a drunk evening, confronting her over her clear addiction. With the police taking Benjamin's second phone, Mencia is questioned before Samuel bursts in, claiming he murdered Armando. Benjamin and he spoke, deciding this was the best option to keep them both safe. With his best lawyers, Samuel should be fine and will be provided for life afterwards. Benjamin tells Mencia that Armando has files proving his association and attempted to blackmail him. She gives him the card as he promises to bail Samuel out, but he won't until he's gone through all the files. Seeing Ari crying, Iván offers to pay the bail money instead, asking his father. Cruz refuses after hearing about his son's interest in both Ari and Patrick. So instead, Iván organises a date auction to raise the money. He wins Ari, taking her back home one last time before Samuel gets out. With Rebe and Jess breaking up, she's back on good terms with Mencia. Back home, Iván goes downstairs to find Patrick and his father together. The police offer Samuel a deal. His case is thrown out if he helps obtain info and arrest Benjamin. Iván warns Patrick to stay away after the events of the previous night. Samuel has Rebe and Cayetana help him retrieve the card. Heartbroken over Philippe, Isadora takes a trip to Ibiza with Iván and some friends. Mencia finds Rebe sneaking around her house looking for the card, as is Cayetana in the office. Rebe takes it, leaving with Samuel as Benjamin gets a call about Cayetana. Philippe goes after Isadora. Off his head, Iván sends a message to Ari by accident, meant for Patrick, who incidentally pays a visit to Cruz again. As Isadora passes out, she's taken advantage of. Iván tells Patrick he's moving to Qatar, denying what he said in the message. Samuel agrees to speak with Benjamin before he goes to the police, whilst Mencia and Ari give Rebe a visit. Benjamin offers him a fully paid tuition and boarding to Oxford University and a job waiting for him at his company. Philippe goes to Isadora after seeing a video of the previous night, believing her to be a victim. Cruz brings Patrick and Iván together, apologizing, telling his son that they are staying after all. He should be with Patrick. Samuel refuses Benjamin's offer, resulting in him trying to take it by force. He pushes Samuel, who hits his head and falls into the pool. Philippe supports Isadora as she reports what happened to the police, with Patrick arriving back home, helping his father drag Samuel out of the pool. He calls Ari as she and Mencia leave, with Rebe and Omar not far behind. They arrive to find Samuel still alive, trying to get away before collapsing again as they call the police. Benjamin is arrested and Samuel doesn't make it.